Thanks for joining me today. In this video, I'm going to be checking out the brand new plugin from Waves called the IDX Intelligent Dynamics. I haven't checked it out yet. This is genuinely going to be my first time checking this plugin out. I wanted to do something that was like an honest reaction to me trying this plugin for the first time, and I figured I'd just film it and share that with you guys so you can get an idea of exactly what this plugin is about, how I feel about this plugin, and yeah, what it does, because I honestly don't really know much about it other than the information that I've got here. Waves say that IDX Intelligent Dynamics is an intelligent frequency-dependent compressor that optimizes track energy, adding punch and focus. Instantly vitalize your tracks, all with one main knob. The plugin intelligently optimizes the energy of the tracks, applying processing exactly where it's needed, giving you the impact and punch you've been missing. IDX Intelligent Dynamics shapes the envelope of your tracks, bringing them forward in the mix without sacrificing depth or creating harshness by using multiple detectors across the source frequency range. IDX works like an SLR camera lens, putting the important track information into sharp focus. Well, that all sounds good to me. I don't really know exactly what it's going to do, but I figure it's some kind of compression, frequency, resonant, suppression sort of thing. So I'm going to try this across the whole mix on the mix bus and yeah, see what it does. So without further ado, let me play you a bit of the track that we're going to be working on today, and we'll see exactly how we can use this IDX plugin to shape the track and see what it does. All right, so I have this mix here, and this is an acoustic track which is quite open sounding. There's quite a bit of energy in there, very much stomp and clap, acoustic guitars, very natural open sound, and all of the tracks in this mix are being fed to this mix bus down here, which is where I'm going to insert an instance of IDX. So if I just go to IDX and bring it up for the first time. So we've got Intelligent Dynamics, dual mono version, stereo version, and then IDX Live Intelligent Dynamics, which I don't know what the difference of that one is, but we can look into that. So let's insert a stereo instance of IDX on the mix bus. I'm just going to play you a bit of this track before we dive into what's going on here. Then we'll take a look at this plugin and see what it's doing to the mix.
It all, when nobody listened, nobody cared, I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one, playing for the rest of my life.
Cool, so you can hear that it's a pretty simple arrangement, but there's quite a lot going on in there in terms of the energy and the backing vocals. And I want to bring a bit more clarity, a bit more focus to that lead vocal, and hopefully IDX is going to do that for us. So I'm going to enable this plugin. We've got this big knob in the middle here, which I presume is like an amount of probably compression, suppression. Then we have this speed control over here, which presumably is some sort of transient attack speed. Hard and soft, and then this output, the auto gain, and then this shelf tilt feature, which looks pretty cool. I guess that's probably to add more focus either to the low end or the top end. And then, let's get rid of that. Does this, what's this? Does that move? Okay, that moves. Oh, okay. That is obviously, again, focusing presumably on some sort of frequency area. Can we adjust that at all? Can we make that narrower? No, it doesn't look like we can. And then we have this mix control down here for some parallel stuff, and then quick match, which I guess is like a level match kind of thing, auto gain and a bypass. I'm going to keep the auto gain on. I'm just going to leave the settings as they are, in fact, and just crank up this knob and see what happens.
It all, when nobody listened, nobody cared, I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one, playing for the rest of my life. Play it all, when nobody listened, nobody cared, I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one, playing for the rest of my life.
Sounds pretty good straight away. I guess it's doing quite a lot of compression, maybe some frequency suppression. I'm not totally sure. It sounds like it's adding more energy and more clarity for sure to the mix just by cranking that knob up. I quite like where that is already. I'd be happy to just leave it there and say that was good, but that's not much of an in-depth review of this plugin. Let's just see what else we can do with this. I'm going to crank up the speed. I presume this is like fast and slow, but let's find out.
It all, when nobody listened, nobody cared, I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one.
Okay, yeah, so that's like fast compression to the left, slow compression to the right. I think fast is way too much, but let's see what it sounds like if I push that, squeeze this, and then blend it back in.
It all, When nobody listened, nobody cared. I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one, playing for the rest of my life. Play, 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 I will.
That's cool. That's definitely adding goodness to the mix. I feel like that's too much though. That would be cool if it was on a drum bus maybe, and we were really slamming the drums and then blending it back in parallel compression style. I feel like that would definitely add some clarity and some focus. But on a mix bus, I think that's maybe too much. So I'm going to go back to where we were with that. And I'm going to set this back to wherever it was, 10. And then let's bring that back to around about 26, I think was where we had it before. Let's play around with this shelf thing and see what's going on.
It all. When nobody listened, nobody cared. I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one, playing for the rest of my life. Play, 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 I will. Play, 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 I will.
Yeah, I really like that around there. I feel like that's adding the clarity to the mix that I was looking for. It's making it more energetic. Let's take a look at this notch thing. I guess this is to focus on certain areas for more compression.
It all. When nobody listened, nobody cared. I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one, playing for the rest of my life.
So that's in this track, there's quite a lot of like boxiness around that low mid area. So if we just drop that in a bit.
It all. When nobody listened, nobody cared. I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one, playing for the rest of my life. Play, 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 I will. Play, play, it all. When nobody listened, nobody cared. I didn't mind, I would play anywhere. I'll be playing in a room to no one, playing for the rest of my life. Play.
Cool, that sounds good to me. It's definitely bringing some focus to the lead vocal, and it's definitely adding clarity, suppressing some of the unwanted stuff in the mix. I think it just sounds really good. And I'm not always a big fan of these plugins where there's not a lot of like information about what's going on. You know, it's like put it on the mix bus and crank the thing up and then it will sound good. I don't always like plugins like that, but this one actually sounds really good. I'm really liking what this is doing. I could see myself using this on a drum bus, like I said earlier, really squashing the drums and then using the mix control to blend it back in, or using it on, in this track, there's an acoustic guitar bus where all these acoustic guitars are being fed. And I feel like I could use that on there to bring a bit more clarity to the acoustic guitars. But I really like what that's doing on the mix bus. And I feel like I probably wouldn't actually need to do a great deal more to the whole mix to get that to sound finished. You could just use this plugin on the whole mix and it would bring so much to it. I feel like you could be way more subtle with that, or you could be way more extreme with that, depending on what you needed to do. But for the purpose of this video, I think this really demonstrates how quick and easy it is to just, you know, crank this knob up and immediately improve the sound of the track, which is ultimately what we want. You know, I don't want to be spending ages fiddling with settings to get great sounds. I like to work quickly, and this plugin is definitely something that's going to allow me to do that. Like I say, this is absolutely genuinely the first time that I've used this plugin. I've not tried it before, and I am really impressed. So I'm going to go and dive into this even more and see what uses I can get out of this beyond just using this on my mix bus to sort of better the whole track. So if you like what you've seen in this video and you want to go and check this plugin out, you can do that right now on the link that I've left in the description below. Go and check this plugin out. Let me know what you think. And before you go, please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.